Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, Florida's legislative session has ended with the passing of some major bills. The Sunshine State shining a bright light on education, tackling everything from scholarship opportunities to bullied students. Today, Florida Governor Rick Scott signing a bill that would create the nation's first ever private school voucher program for bullied students, permanently expand the Bright Future Scholarship Program, and expand the Gardner Scholarship Program for students with unique abilities, and creates reading scholarships to help struggling readers. That bill will also aim to raise the graduation rate with strengthened performance funding metrics, require state universities to find internship opportunities for their students, and require all Florida schools to display the words "In God We Trust." Floridians will also get a 3-day back-to-school sales tax holiday and a 7-day storm preparation tax holiday later this year. That's under a bill passed today. Floridians would be able to buy batteries, portable radios, and generators tax-free during that week-long period, which will be in June, and I assume will be highly attended. A local shelter here on the Suncoast is reacting to another bill, this one aimed at protecting animals here in the Sunshine State. Governor Rick Scott has 15 days to sign off on that bill, which passed and would allow a court to prohibit a person convicted of animal cruelty from owning any animal. It would also require animal shelters that take in stray dogs and cats to adopt written policies and procedures to ensure that every reasonable effort is made to return that lost animal to its owner. We spoke with the Associate Director of Nate's Honor Animal Rescue up in Bradenton, Karen Slamba, who says while the bill won't change how they do things, currently it will help animals at other shelters.
There are some shelters out there that in the past never even scanned a dog for a microchip if it came in to find out if the dog has an owner. And there have been times, unfortunately, where dogs, because they were never scanned, were put to sleep before they had an opportunity to find their owners. So that's what this bill is really trying to avoid.
Now, Slamba says one of her favorite things is when they get an animal into the shelter, find out it does have an owner, and reunite the pair. It also happens more frequently than most people realize. The Sarasota area's first hot air balloon festival is wrapping up tonight at the Premier Sports Complex in Lakewood Ranch. 67,000 people from around the country considered attending that 4-day event, according to Facebook, but Mother Nature caused some complications, and now event organizers are taking a big financial hit. ABC7's Erica Jackson shares what went wrong and how organizers plan to make up for last night's rainy festival.
We live in paradise and we like to take advantage of it.
Dusty Lannon and his wife want to check another item off their bucket list by taking a hot air balloon ride. So the couple drove more than 100 miles from Naples to Lakewood Ranch, but arrived Saturday morning to find out their prepaid flight was canceled because of high winds.
We were very disappointed that it not only wasn't what we expected, that just none of it happened.
Lannon says he spent more than $800 on ride tickets, parking, lodging, and food, and didn't get to enjoy the festival. Event organizers say they will refund him for his tickets, but he will be responsible for the parking costs.
So the whole event, unfortunately, was just kind of a bust.
Because it is such a weather-dependent event, you know, if we do get weathered out, there's no way for us to recoup those funds.
Balloon Festival Director Ricky Garvey tells us he does not plan to reimburse anyone for parking costs because the money will go to local charities and to Manatee County for renting out the Premier Sports Campus. He faces a huge financial loss because of the weekend's poor weather, taking a $50,000 hit for Saturday alone.
We have to pay for generators, light towers. Each balloon costs around $3,000 to bring into town.
Lannon is traveling back to Naples early because he doesn't want to return to what he calls an unorganized festival.
We briefly walked through the carnival and we're literally tripping over sticks and broken logs and things.
But Garvey says there's still plenty to do at the thoroughly planned event, even during inclement weather.
Is that going on today or not?
Yeah, it starts at 4 o'clock.
He believes the public's unhappiness stems from failure to properly research the details of the event.
We can put up as many signs, we can write it on our website, we can post it on social media. If people don't read it, you know, there's not really much we can do.
Organizers were expecting nearly 20,000 people last night, but say only about 1,000 showed up because of that weather. They're looking to make up for it tonight by waiving their parking fee for all cars. And hopefully some people took advantage of that, because as Wendy Ross is here to tell us, Sunday ended up being a beautiful day out here on the Suncoast.
That's right. We had a little bit of cloud cover early this morning. We also had some rain across parts of our area earlier this morning, but as the day wore on, we start to see more and more sunshine and temperatures climbing very close to that 80-degree mark. Right now it's 73 degrees. Dew point humidity levels are moving up, and those winds are coming in out of the south-southwest. That's what's helping to make things feel so nice and warm out there. And you can see this is true all across the region, from Sarasota all the way down through Venice. Mostly sunny conditions. Temperatures are in the 70s right now. But we do have a cold front, and that frontal system is now to the north of us. We've got a low pressure system that's building as well. And as this system continues to make its way down the state, we are going to be feeling the effects of it starting from the overnight time period tonight all the way into the morning hours, and your morning commute is going to be affected by this frontal system as it moves on down the state. But right now you can see we don't have any rain around, so we're not looking at any showers right now over the next couple of hours. It's going to be much later tonight that we're going to see the rain into tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes, Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Well, the Stony Brook Golf Club at Heritage Harbor up in Bradenton is under new ownership, and one of those stakeholders might be a familiar face for football fans. Hall of Famer and 20-year Fox NFL analyst Terry Bradshaw played his first 18 on the course Sunday, which he's buying along with his brother Gary and nephews Chris and Jeff Bradshaw. So Gary and Terry played the course before hosting an open house back at the clubhouse, which was packed with fans waiting for a chance to get a picture or maybe an autograph with the four-time Super Bowl champion. The Bradshaws bought that course earlier this year and say they have big plans to invest in it over the next 5 years, but a top priority moving forward will be making it an attractive golf option for families in the area.
We're a family-owned, operating system that's going to go forward and really reach out to the community with events on a regular basis, with lots of neat barbecue and different food events.
Their business plan is excellent, and I think the community is going to see that, because my nephew is a great golfer, loves golf, and all my family love to golf. So this is a perfect investment for all of us.
ABC 7 sat down for an exclusive interview with Terry, talking football, the NFL draft, and the future of youth football, with concerns over concussions in the country. You can tune in at 11 to see more from that conversation. Well, excitement is building tonight for the debut of American Idol here on ABC. Tonight, contestants from all over are hoping to impress celebrity judges Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan in an effort to make it to Hollywood. ABC 7 spoke with runner-up from Idol's first season, Justin Guarini, about what the show did for him and his career and what he hopes to see tonight.
I really hope that they focus on the talent this year. In other years, we've seen in the first few shows the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I really hope that we focus on the talent, the good, because there are so many good people out there. And I think that, especially on America's network, that would be a wonderful thing to kind of just change up the game a little bit from previous years.
Since Idol, Justin tells us he's been making a name for himself on Broadway, but now he is also a Special 6 ABC News correspondent for this Idol season in Philadelphia. And remember, that new season of Idol debuts tonight right on here on ABC 7, coming up at 8 o'clock. And still to come here on this portion of ABC 7, the search for answers following a Disney worker's disappearance heats up. Investigators making a shocking discovery in his backyard. Plus, on the heels of a big rally in Pennsylvania, President Trump unveils a new campaign slogan. More on what that slogan is when we return.
Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC 7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC 7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. It turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore two hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Authorities have uncovered human remains in the backyard of a Disney worker who has been missing since 2015. Orlando officials went to check on Michael Shaver, who was working as a monorail mechanic last month at his Central Florida home after his wife told police she hadn't heard from him in 3 years. When investigators were denied from using a dog to sniff that home, they returned with a warrant. Then on Friday, they discovered a human arm bone buried beneath a fire pit in the backyard. The Orlando Sentinel reports they found more remains over the weekend, along with some articles of clothing. Officials say it's too early to tell if those remains belong to Shriver, but an autopsy is currently being done to find out.
We believe that those remains have been there for an amount of time that would be consistent with the amount of time that Mr. Shaver has been missing. However, we're not going to speculate.
His sister Stacy says they didn't call authorities because they thought they could find him on their own. Well, coming on the heels of a big rally in the heart of Steel Country, President Trump ramping up his base and ramping up his agenda today. ABC's Sharon Newman tells us about the president's new campaign slogan, plus the growing speculation about the fight to keep our nation's children safe.
Keep America great! Exclamation point.
President Trump unveiling a new campaign slogan Saturday at a rally for Pennsylvania congressional candidate Rick Saccone.
Go out and vote on Tuesday for Rick Saccone. Rick
Saccone is locked in an unexpectedly tight race with Democrat Conor Lamb in a district Trump won by nearly 20 points. During the rally, the president also talked up his upcoming meeting with North Korea and his tariffs. He also praised tougher punishments for drug dealers.
When I was in China, and other places, by the way, I said, Mr. President, do you have a drug problem? No, 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 we do not. I said, what do you attribute that to? Well, the death penalty.
The president returning to Washington with no public schedule set for today, but he was busy tweeting, including this statement about his approval ratings, saying they're higher than what's being reported. Meantime, growing speculation about the soon-to-be-announced White House school safety proposals created in the wake of the Parkland, Florida shooting. Deputy White House Press Secretary Raj Shah giving a hint to ABC's Jonathan Karl.
Now, what about raising the age? Because
He made it very clear on that.
Yeah, the president has been clear that he does support raising the age of to 21.
That's federal policy.
For certain firearms. Again, there's going to be recommendations to states, a task force. I don't want to get ahead of what's going to be announced, but I will say that will be a component of it, raising the age, as well as mental health. And as I mentioned, improving background checks.
Sharon Reed, ABC News, New York.
Well, back here at home this weekend came as a very special opportunity for lovers of the fictional steam engine Thomas the Tank Engine. People traveling from all over to participate in a day out with Thomas at the Florida Railroad Museum up in Parrish. Kids and their parents getting to go on a 25-minute train ride and participate in some other fun family activities.
We came from the other side of the state, from St. Augustine, Florida, just to come see Thomas. We have our #1 fan right here. He's a big fan of Thomas, so we enjoyed ourselves.
And if you missed this weekend's fun with Thomas, he will be back next weekend, March 17th and 18th, before traveling on to the next station. I'm kind of getting chills. I used to watch a lot of Thomas the Tank Engine, actually.
Of course. That was wonderful.
Really cool. I guess kids are still watching it.
Isn't that marvelous?
All right, Thomas lives on.
Yay.
Today's youth. Sweet.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We had the most beautiful weather today. We started off on the cloudy side, and we had a little bit of clouds and some rain that came in across the area. But for us today, once we started to see those clouds lift, we ended up with lots and lots of sunshine. It was an absolutely beautiful day. Across the bay, it didn't matter where you were, it really turned into a gorgeous day with those temperatures climbing right back up into the 80s today. And right now, we're going to be seeing some scattered showers developing a little bit later on tonight. That will continue through the early morning hours tomorrow. And our low temperatures tonight are going to be nice and mild with those winds coming in out of the south, but we are going to be experiencing stormy morning conditions. So as you are preparing to get out to go to school, to get to work, be prepared for the occasional shower and also the possibility of some thunderstorms as well. And here's the reason why. We've got this cold front that's over the northern part of the state, along with this low pressure system riding the cold front. And this frontal system is eventually going to be making its way down through central Florida throughout the day. Tomorrow, it's going to start during the overnight time period tonight, and by tomorrow it will be all the way through the state. But for us during the morning hours, that's when we're going to be seeing the greatest amounts of rain, and then eventually we're going to see some clearing skies, but we are going to also be getting cold weather moving in behind the front. A real departure from what we've been experiencing this weekend. We're going to see our temperatures right back down into the 60s and even 40s over the next couple of days for the overnight lows. After that one front comes through, we've got the next one coming on in. That one is going to reinforce the cold weather, so we're not going to have a bounce back as quickly as we experienced the last time. This time we're going to see that cold weather staying with us for about 3 or 4 days, and then a slight warm-up will be taking place. In the meantime, we've got the showers all across the southeast, right along that frontal system right here. We've also had some showers located out in the Gulf of Mexico, but they're not holding together for our area, so we're not seeing the rains developing right now here. You'll notice some of these showers are out here in the Gulf, and then they just fall apart before they make it onshore, but we've been getting the rains coming on through over the southern part of the state, and we're starting to see some more cloud cover beginning to move on in. So we'll start to get those showers developing during the latter part of tonight and into tomorrow morning, and this is what it's going to look like. You can see we get some of these showers over central Florida. And then as we put this into motion, we're going to be seeing by the morning hours tomorrow, just as you're getting ready to go anywhere tomorrow, that's when you're going to start to see the rains moving on in across west central Florida. And then by the end of the day, that front has gone through us, and we're going to be seeing a beautiful end to the day, but we pay the price with the strong winds and also the cooler temperatures that are going to be coming on through. So tonight, we're not expecting to see anything more than a 10 to 20% chance of rain until about midnight, and then it's the overnight time period that we're going to see the greatest amounts of possible rain showers coming through. By 5 o'clock in the morning, we're back up to a 50% chance and an 80% chance by the time the whole system comes on through. So we've got a little bit more moisture coming on into the picture. Today we did get up to a high of 76 degrees. Our overnight low was about 59 degrees. And over the next several days, this is what we can expect to see. We've got our best chance of rain and possibility of thunderstorms tomorrow. That will be our first alert day with an 80% chance of rain. Temperatures only in the 70s, dropping down into the 50s and staying cold all the way through Thursday. Adam?
Now, sports.
We weren't sure if we'd ever see it again. Tiger Woods in the mix for a PGA Tour win on Championship Sunday. Wearing that Sunday red, Woods started the day a stroke off of leader Corey Connors. First hole, this is a long eagle attempt, over 40 feet. Crowd into it, trying to will it in just a little bit high. He'd have to settle for an opening birdie. And then later on, tied for the lead on hole number 4, Tiger misses this 5-foot par putt attempt. That's a bogey, and he moves back into second. Next hole, a 13-foot opportunity at birdie, and Tiger would miss once again. Corey Connors fell apart today. He was 5 over through 14 holes, and Tiger would birdie 17 to tie for second, one shot behind today's winner, Paul Casey. The Pirates up in Dunedin today, taking on the Blue Jays with one out and a runner at the corners. In the first inning, Josh Bell drives in DH Adam Frazier with a line-out sac fly. The Pirates take an early lead. Next inning, it's shortstop Kevin Kramer coming up with a 2-out RBI, a rocket into the right center gap out there, and that is good enough for a sliding-in triple. Adam Frazier brings them home one at bat later, a 2-out Oppo home run for the 26-year-old utility man. Pirates win 5-0, 6 pitchers complete that shutout for Pittsburgh. And here's some more spring training scores from today. The Orioles split squad team beating the Red Sox down in Fort Myers. Prospect Hunter Harvey outdueling Rick Porcello, who gave up 4 runs in 4 innings. The other half of the Orioles hosting the Phillies right now at Ed Smith Stadium. That game tied at 0 in the bottom of the second. And the Rays lose a close one at home in Port Charlotte. Rookie sensation Jacob Faria's struggles continuing this spring training. He gives up 4 earned in less than 2 innings of work. The SEC Tournament Championship today, Kentucky and Tennessee trying to punch a guaranteed ticket to March Madness. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was feeling it, as you can see by that banked-in wild 3 attempt early in the game. Tennessee down 17 points at one point in this game, but Admiral Schofield scored the Volunteers' final 13 points of the first half to close that gap to 5. But Gilgeous-Alexander led all scorers with 29 points en route to the Wildcats' 31st tournament championship in school history and their first win of the season over Tennessee. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Florida Studio Theater presents Blue Suede Shoes, celebrating the birth of rock and roll. From the father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry, to the king himself, Elvis Presley, this musical review features such great hits as Rock Around the Clock, Mustang Sally, Johnny B. Good, and of course, Blue Suede Shoes. Critics are calling Blue Suede Shoes a burst of rock history, dynamic and high voltage. Audiences are calling it phenomenal. Blue Suede Shoes has been held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting FloridaStudioTheater.org.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at SCORE.org.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
Black Panther is still king of the U.S. box office this weekend. The Marvel Disney superhero flick taking in $41 million on its 4th weekend of release. Black Panther now the 7th highest grossing film of all time in the U.S. Another Disney production, A Wrinkle in Time, coming in 2nd with over $33 million. And in 3rd place, The Strangers Pray at Night with $10 million. So A Wrinkle in Time is in the theaters now.
That sounds good too. Now those scary ones, I can't do the scary ones. I can't do that.
Yeah,
but that first one, the Black Panther one, I want to see that.
Yeah,
that sounds really good. That sounds really good.
I need to see A Wrinkle in Time because when we read it in school, string theory was just a little too much to take in, I think, as a 2nd grader. So I'm happy to maybe get a visual aid on that one.
There you go. That will help a lot. And enjoy tonight. We're going to start to see some cloudy weather. Some rain will be coming on in behind that as well.
Start to see some birds too.
Yay, they're back.